She just continues to motor about the room, the angle to her shoulder, the flexibility to her hog, but yet she sets broad and sets her toes down correctly and still has that neat look and presence about her. Very nice place to start in this class. We thought the difference in 2 and 3 was just the angulation to the 2's shoulder, the length and levelness to her hip, and her ability to continue to use her hog more correctly out here is what we have in 2. Now, I'll tell you, there's some similarities within the pair. This gilt needs to be a little bigger in her body, and even so, I do think she's got an advantage in that aspect in terms of levelness of hip. I still would like to change that about this gilt. Just level her up out of her hip, drop her body, and just make her just a little better there, right there in her center. The Gilt in 3 has got some really unique parts about her, big-armed and has a big rear leg. I thought of our top 3. She got the most uncomfortable out here from a skeletal standpoint. Just gets a little too timid up front, and like I'd mentioned within that comparison, gets a little drier in her body, a little rounder in her hip, and I thought she got the tightest out of her hock and the smallest in her rear leg of all the ones that we have out here in our top end. Young lady does a nice job with her gilt that comes out in here in 4. Naturally high-headed, has a very neat presence about her. There's just got to be more to this one going away. Just gets a little frail right there, gets a little inverted in her hock, and just doesn't spread well enough on either end of her skeleton. Of our top 4, I thought she was the frailest about her jaw and the flattest there in her rib, but certainly a nice gilt to be there in 4th as well. The gilt that we've got in 5, very well presented once again. Stout-headed, heavy bone. This gilt, her presence from the side in terms of her head and neck attachment isn't quite as good. The gilt gets a little rounder in her hip, and because she does, that's the one of our top end that I thought was the most rigid in her rear foot placement, not as flexible out of her hip and hind leg, but a nice way to round out our top 5.
Results of Class 13. First place was shown by Camry Bryant of Weatherford FFA, bred by JD Show Pigs. Second place was shown by Kinley Clater of Hera FFA, bred by Goss Livestock. Third place went to Miley Coleman of Turner FFA, bred by Ham Livestock. Fourth place was shown by Lakeland Newcomb of Canute FFA, bred by Strika Livestock. Fifth place was shown by Asa Horsley of Midway FFA, bred by Dave Family Show Pigs. Sixth place was shown by Jaxie Dodd of Lone Grove. Seventh place went to Corey Castle of Perkins Tryon FFA. Eighth place was shown by Caitlin Doofer of Caddo FFA. Ninth place was shown by Lexi Varnell from Elk City, and 10th place was shown by Gentry Terrell from Prague. We're now showing Class 14. Class 15, you need to be lining up in the holding pens at this time. The exhibitors in the ring are excused. Let's give them a round of applause. If you are in class 15, you need to be making your way to the holding pen at this time. This is your last call for class 15.
Young man's got our class winner out here in just an elevated one with an awesome look from the side. And for that presence that she's got, she's incredibly heavy bone, got a big rear leg in her, but yet still a big body, a big rib cage, a really nice place to start. Young lady's got another one that, man, suits me so well in so many areas. I think similar to our class winner, she too has got an awesome look ahead of her blade, a great range of motion out of her shoulder. Didn't see her arm and her feet up front to be quite as big. I love her silhouette, the shape of her rib cage, the length of her hip. If I'm going to get onto that one, going directly away, need to change the shape of her feet, have her surface differently when she hits the ground from behind. But that's a very good kind of a gilt there to go into. Good job. The gilt coming out in 3, I think, a breeding piece is kind of what I would call this one. And man, she's got some big pieces. Her ear set to some is maybe not show pig looking. To me, that makes her look like she's got some pigs that could grow. A big shoulder blade in her, just a tall fronted kind of a gilt with a great big rear leg. Now, in this setting, she's a little shorter about her hip, gets her hock on the outside of her body, but still, wants to flex it and wants to sit her rear foot down correctly. I don't know if that's a big time show pig or not, but she's incredibly well presented. That's a very, very good kind of a hog. And whoever that one belongs to, I hope it's you, young lady, to make that one a sow one day. I think she's got incredible value from that standpoint. The gilt that comes out in 4 is a good kind of a gilt as well. I thought comparatively in our top end, there wasn't as much feature and as much structure there. Her arm reads a little bit smaller. Her hips just a little bit shorter. Going directly away, that gilt wants to stab her hind leg and doesn't get out and use it as correctly as those do ahead of her. I love her silhouette and her bounce from the side. We've just got to loosen her up, make her arm bigger, make her chest broader. The gilt that comes out to round out our top 5, another big body, just productive kind of a gilt that's got decent range of motion out of her shoulder and front end, gets a little more inflammation there in her hock, and I don't see her balancing quite as well from the side when you talk about the depth of her throat, the crest of her neck. But that once again, as I've said in all these classes, a very, very good top 5 and a great class of crossbreds.
Results of Class 14. First place was shown by Cannon Derrickson of Leedy FFA, bred by Goss Livestock. Second place went to Hallie Johnson of Big Pasture FFA, bred by McGuire Livestock. Third place was shown by Gentry Tatum of Adair FFA, bred by Braylon Johnson. Fourth place was shown by Caitlin Waggle of Fort Gibson FFA, bred by CNC Show Pigs. Fifth place went to Cambry Dosh of Colbert 4-H, bred by Strika Livestock. Sixth place was shown by Vivian Humphreys of Moreland. Seventh place went to Cody Castle of Perkins Tryon. Eighth place was shown by Hayden Brookman of Hollis. Ninth place was shown by Cody Castle of Perkins Tryon. And 10th place was shown by Cambry Bryant of Weatherford. We're now showing Class 15. Class 16, you need to be lined up in the holding pen. At the conclusion of Class 16, we will move right into our Division II lineup. We will be lining up 20 in Division II, so if you are 1st through 10th in classes 9 through 16, you need to be in the holding pens ready for that lineup. This is your 10-minute warning for Barrett cards due at 10 p.m. 10-minute warning to get those cards turned in. Also, following the Division II lineup, we need the exhibitors of the breed and reserve breed purebreds and the division and reserve division champions to line up on the south end of the COBA Breeders' Lounge, and the breeders of those pigs to line up on the north outgate of the show ring. Class 16, you need to be in the holding pen lined up at this time. This is your last call for Class 16. Please come to the holding pens. The exhibitors in the ring are excused. Let's give these kids a round of applause. This is your last chance to get those breed Barra cards turned in for tonight. Those close now. So if you haven't already do that immediately. Also, just a reminder for those breed and reserve breed champions, you need to be meeting on the south side of the Breeders' Lounge, and those breeders need to meet on the north end of the show ring for our grand drive. We'd like to ask everyone to stick around and watch that. We will be giving away a lot of scholarships and recognizing our exhibitors and our breeders for all the hard work that they've put in.
Well, like I've told you multiple times today, it's fun to judge shows of this caliber, and I've had the opportunity to do a few around the country, and all I'll tell you is what I'm going to get to do here in a hopefully about 30 minutes is maybe have the best set of pigs I've ever had in the ring at the same time. So I'm pretty pumped. Pigs out here are pretty nice, and the Gilt that wins is good. The one that comes in second, I think comparatively, she's not as clean up front there at her throat. That Gilt does have a lot of spread up high. Get in right behind her, the Gilt is broad. Not as much bone, not as much feature as what our class winner is, but I still think just a fundamentally good kind of a Gilt with a big rib cage in her. Nice kind of Gilt there to go in second. The Gilt in three has got a neat presence about her, and certainly that's where she's better than the Gilt that's in second. I just can't convince myself there's enough spread anywhere on this one, coming or going. And comparatively, she gets more timid in the way that she uses her foot and her rear leg from behind. Up high is where I really need to change that one. Give her more spread to her full rib, just more punch right there in her center. But that's a nice kind of a Gilt there to go in that slot. Gilt that comes out next, a muscular hog that's big hip from behind. Gets a little rounder about her hip, a little more fragile in her rear leg. We just need to make her stouter there and just more comfortable in the way that she uses everything. And then the Gilt that rounds out our top five, another one that's got some muscle and some shape. Again, just redesign her skeleton, make her more comfortable. Need to make her body and rib cage bigger as well. Really a nice class of Gilts all the way through.
Results out of Class 15. First place was shown by Violet Humphreys of Moreland, bred by Goss Livestock. Second place was shown by Brinley Newcomb of Canute FFA, bred by Kirkpatrick and McGill. Third place was shown by Baxter Davis of Wagner 4-H, bred by MC3 Ward Show Pigs. Fourth place went to Caitlin Waggle of Fort Gibson FFA, bred by JD Show Pigs. Fifth place was shown by Porter Neal of Tecumseh FFA, bred by Colson Show Pigs. Sixth place went to Jesse Pierce of Soper FFA. Seventh place went to Riker Sanner of Velma Elma. Eighth place was shown by Caitlin Bryant of Weatherford. Ninth place went to Brooks Westfall of Waynoka. And 10th place was shown by Emily Bunton from Washington 4-H. We're now showing Class 16, which is our final class in Division 2. If you were 1st through 10th in classes 9 through 15, you need to be in the holding pen ready to line up for the division. We will be lining up 20 in Division 2, so if you were 1st through 10th in classes 9 through 15, you need to be in the holding pen at this time. The exhibitors in the ring are excused. Let's give these kids a round of applause. Just a reminder, if you were 1st through 10th in classes 9 through 15, you need to be in the holding pen ready for the Division II lineup. We will line up 20 out of Division II, and if you are not here when we line the division up, you will miss out on the chance for that scholarship. So please, exhibitors, if you were 1st through 10th, please make your way to the holding pens.
Great way to end our crosses here in a nice pair. And young man's got a very, very good one to go ahead and win this class. Just stout, opened up, still immature, good-footed, a very nice gilt to win. The gilt that comes in second is no slouch either. One that's impeccably presented. Once again, muscular kind of a gilt that's big-bodied and big-ribbed. Didn't see the feature down low, the stoutness not as opened up there through her chest and not as square right there at her knee is what we've got ahead of her, but certainly a nice one to go in that slot. I thought the gilt that came out in 3 was very nice as well. Getting to the point maybe just a little bit where she's wanting to give to her feet, maybe not as stout in her head, and you could see up front that gilt's arm isn't quite as big and burly as what we've got ahead of her. And I think as she starts to give, wanting to give down in her top line there just a little bit. Stout one for sure in terms of muscle that comes out next. Big topped one that's got a big end and a big pin set. She too is a little weaker on her front feet, starting to want to twist and cave there on her front end. We need to fill her body and maybe level her out in her top line. I thought her hock was just a bit more rigid in the way that it's placed out here comparatively to some that we've got ahead of her, but certainly a nice 4th place gilt that we've got in here. I like a lot of things about this 5th place one that comes out next, and I've said it time and time again today, but this would be a very fun sow to have at home. A stout head, heavy bone, right proportions in my opinion, and you get behind her and that gilt looks like one that could potentially make one. Maybe today a little easier in her top line, a little more mature about her head, and just not as opened up and completely square in her foot placement up front. But you know, that one once again just a lot of sow power, I would assume, to be able to inject that one somewhere later on. Great class to end our day. Congratulations.
If you were a class winner in Division 2, classes 9 through 16, you need to be in the holding pen at this time. We are starting the Division 2 lineup. Results out of class 16. First place was shown by Brock Hammock of Perkins Tryon, bred by J.D. Show Pigs. Second place went to Camry Bryant of Weatherford, bred by Colson Show Pigs. Third place was shown by Daisy Prince of Shakota, bred by Todd Show Pigs. Fourth place went to Paisley Harlan of North Rock Creek, bred by Colson Show Pigs. Fifth place was shown by Brindley Horsley of Midway, bred by 4W Livestock. Sixth place was shown by Paige Bishop of Canadian County 4-H. Seventh place went to Brooklyn Vincent of Cement. Eighth place was shown by Barry Horsley III from Midway 4-H. Ninth place went to Bailey Weeks from Meeker. And 10th place was shown by Holden Winters of Navajo. We are now rolling right into our Division 2 lineup. We're still missing some first and second place winners from classes 9 through 16. You need to be in the holding pen immediately. If you were a third place, you also need to be in the holding area immediately. We will be lining up 20 in this division. At the conclusion of this division lineup, we need our breed and reserve breed purebred champion exhibitors to the south side of the Breeders' Lounge and the breeders of those animals to the north gate of the show ring to move right into our scholarship presentation and grand drive. Your Class 9 winner was Gabby Marsh from Turner. Coming out of Class 10 is Jesse Pierce of Soper FFA. Your Class 11 winner is Ava Gilcrease of Turner. Coming out of Class 12 is Avery Throckmorton of Marlowe. Your Class 13 winner was Camry Bryant of Weatherford. Coming out of Class 14 is Cannon Derrickson of Leedy. Your Class 15 winner is Violet Humphreys of Moreland. And coming back out of Class 16 is Brock Hammock of Perkins Tryon. Let's give these exhibitors one more big round of applause.
Well, kids, congratulations, and I'll say a little more in just a little bit. But this is one of those scenarios in this division, and you know, even in the last one a little bit, where a pig would come out, and I said, well, there, I feel good. There's our division champion. I'd say it again, I'd say it again, I'd say it again, and they just kept coming. Congratulations to you breeders, you kids, and everybody in here on putting just a tremendous set of pigs together. Can't wait to see them all out here in just a little bit. There's some special stuff out here. There's an expensive set of pigs, and pigs that I would assume probably won't ever be for sale, or, you know, however it works. But you know, they continue to hit me hard, and Weston and I like one quite a bit. You know, we talked about 2 or 3 of them, but man, there's one that when they hit you like that, it's just hard to keep denying them. So congratulations to you guys. Young lady in the corner's got your champion.
And congratulations, your Division II Dart Cross champion was shown by Violet Humphreys from Class 15, bred by Goss Livestock. Will bring in second place, Class 15, Brindley Newcomb.
Again, I'll set the mic down after this, and we'll go out there and shake the hands and try to get the gilts out of here before they get too worn out. But again, I can't say it enough. A tremendous set of gilts out here. Another one that that just hit us hard, and we pinned back immediately and didn't have to study very long. The Loudmark Berkshire color one will be reserved.
Your reserve division champion comes out of Class 11. That's Ava Gilcrease from Turner, bred by Day Family Show Pigs. We'll bring in third place out of Class 11. Second place out of Class 11, Hallie Johnson. Your third overall comes out of Class 9, Gabby Marsh. Bred by Phillips Show Pigs will bring in second place, JC Cantrell. Your fourth overall comes out of Class 11. That's Hallie Johnson, bred by Money Shot Genetics. And your fifth overall comes out of Class 13. That's Camry Bryant from Weatherford, bred by JD Show Pigs. Your fifth overall comes out of Class 14. That's Cannon Derrickson, bred by Goss Livestock. Your 12th overall comes out of Class 9. That's Wade Ritchie. '13 comes out of Class 12. That's Jace Clark. '14th comes out of Class 12. That's Claire Voss. '16th comes out of Class 14. That's Gentry Tatum. '16th comes out of Class 13. Kinley Clater. '18 also comes out of Class 13. That's Miley Coleman. '19 comes out of Class 13. That's Asa Horsley. And your 20th selection in Division II is Lake and Pool. Let's congratulate all of our dart cross exhibitors. At this time, we need all of our breed and reserve breed champion exhibitors to the south end of the COBA Breeders' Lounge, and the breeders of those animals need to line up at the north end gate of the show ring to get ready for our scholarship presentation and Gilt grand drives. We'll start with our purebreds and then follow with the commercial drive.
Just to clarify, we are going to do our awards presentation in 15 minutes. That will be followed by our top 5 overall purebred gilts, which will be followed by our top 5 overall commercial gilts. We will have our champion and reserve light cross, champion and reserve Division I dark cross, and champion and reserve Division II dark cross competing for our overall top 5. Our thirds in the divisions of the crossbreds do need to be in the holding area on standby.
Just a reminder, our exhibitors of breed and reserve breed champions need to line up behind the COBA Breeders Lounge. The breeders of those animals need to line up on the north entrance to the show ring. Exhibitors line up on the south side, breeders line up on the north side. Exhibitors, if you were a breed or reserve breed champion, you need to meet behind the COBA Breeders Lounge immediately to line up for our scholarship presentation and Gilt Grand Drive. Again, breed and reserve breed champions and all division and reserve division champions of our crossbred drives, light cross and both dark cross divisions. If you are an exhibitor or a breeder, you need to be lined up immediately. All of our breed and reserve breed champions in our purebred show, and all of our division and reserve division champions in the crossbreds, both light and darks. You need to be lined up immediately. We will begin in 15 minutes. If you are a breeder or an exhibitor, you need to line up immediately. We will start promptly in 10 minutes. If you are a breeder or an exhibitor participating in the scholarship presentation, you need to be lined up immediately. If you are a breeder of a breed or reserve breed champion purebred gilt, or a division or reserve division champion crossbred gilt, you need to be lined up in the north gate of the show ring immediately. We will be starting in 10 minutes, with or without you. All of the exhibitors are here. We are just waiting on our breeders to start. So if we could get all of our breeders up to the north gate of the show ring, we will begin our scholarship presentation in about 7 minutes. We need Winter Livestock, Tim Heron, Richie Livestock, Little Man Genetics, JWP Show Pigs, to the north end of the show ring. And we're starting in 5 minutes. We need all of our breeders lined up at the north gate of the show ring. We are starting in 2 minutes. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2026 Oklahoma Bred Swine Exposition Scholarship Presentation and Grand Drive. We would like to take a moment to congratulate all of our exhibitors, our COBA breeders, and our COBA board for all of the work they have put in for this show to happen. Today, we are proud to have awarded over $42,000 in scholarships. At this time, please turn your attention to the announcer screen, sponsored by SC Online Sales, for a video by DSL Hybrid. We're now ready to get started with our scholarship presentation. Join me as we welcome all of our reserve champion exhibitors. Your reserve breed champion Berkshire was exhibited by Kendall Beller from Coweta FFA, bred by MC3 Ward Show Pigs. Your reserve breed champion Chester was shown by Rowdy Burns of Walters 4-H, bred by Rochelle Livestock. Your reserve champion Duroc was shown by Brock Hammock of Perkins Tryon FFA, bred by Heron Genetics. Reserve champion Hampshire was shown by Jenny Johnson of Central High 4-H, bred by Little Man Genetics. Your reserve Hereford was shown by John Wyatt Piper from Hera FFA, bred by JWP Show Pigs. Your reserve champion Landrace was shown by Tyson Winter of Canadian County 4-H, bred by Winter Livestock. Your reserve champion Poland was shown by Gentry Tatum of Adair FFA, bred by Todd Show Pigs. Your reserve champion Spot was shown by Gabby Marsh of Turner FFA, bred by Tollett Show Pigs. Your reserve breed champion Yorkshire was shown by Taus Rowan of Sterling FFA, bred by Newcastle Genetics. Your reserve champion Light Cross was shown by Mouty Elmore of Thackerville FFA, bred by Schubert Show Pigs. Your reserve champion Dark Cross Division 1 was shown by Gentry Terrell of Prague FFA, bred by CNC Show Pigs. And your reserve Dark Cross Division 2 champion was shown by Ava Gilcrease of Turner FFA, bred by Day Family Show Pigs. Let's give all of our reserve champion exhibitors a big round of applause. And now we'll begin recognizing our champion exhibitors and breeders. Your champion Berkshire was shown by Lakeland Newcomb of Canute, bred by Ritchie Livestock. Your champion Chester was shown by Rhett Seitz of Granite FFA, bred by Seitz Livestock. Your champion Duroc was shown by Journey Danner of Altus FFA, bred by TKO Genetics. Your champion Hampshire was shown by Cannon Derrickson of Leedy FFA, bred by Goss Livestock. Your champion Hereford was shown by Sailor Johnson of Yale 4-H, bred by G3 Genetics. Your champion land race was shown by Briley Goldsboro from Worcester FFA, bred by Real Time Genetics. Your champion Poland was shown by Lakeland Newcomb of Canute, bred by Goss Livestock. Your champion Spot was shown by Nicholas Armitage of Miller 4-H, bred by Heron Farms. Your champion Yorkshire was shown by Hadley Davis of Wagner FFA, bred by MC3 Ward Show Pigs. Your champion Light Cross was shown by Laney Allen of Canute, bred by Goss Livestock. Your champion Dark Cross Division 1 was also shown by Laney Allen from Canute, also bred by Goss Livestock. Let's make some noise for these exhibitors. And your champion Dark Cross Division 2 was shown by Violet Humphreys of Moreland FFA, bred by Goss Livestock. Please put your hands together for all of our champion exhibitors and breeders. At this time, our Grand and Reserve Grand Purebred breeds need to be in the holding area. All of our breed and reserve breed champions. We are ready to start our Purebred Grand Drive. We need all of your champion and reserve breed champions to the holding pen at this time to begin our grand drive. We need the animals, not just the exhibitors. At the conclusion of our Purebred Grand Drive, we need all of our breed champion Purebred exhibitors to hang around at the holding pens to pull hair. So if you are a breed or reserve breed champion, nope, just breed champions, you need to hang around in the holding pens at the conclusion of the breed Purebred Grand Drive. We need our champion land race to the holding pens. We are ready to get started with our Purebred Grand Drive. Your breed champion Berkshire is shown by Lakeland Newcomb, bred by Ritchie Livestock. Your breed champion Chester was shown by Ryan Seitz. Rhett Seitz. Your champion Durock is shown by Journey Danner. Your champion Hampshire is shown by Cannon Derrickson. Your champion Hereford is shown by Sailor Johnson. Your champion Landrace is shown by Briley Goldsboro. Your champion Poland is shown by Lakeland Newcomb. Your champion Spot is shown by Nicholas Armitage. Your champion York is shown by Hadley Davis. Let's give these exhibitors one more big round of applause. We'd like to extend a huge thank you to our judge, Mr. Jason Lackey, and his associate judge, Weston Lackey, for coming out and sorting our livestock today on such short notice. Let's give them a huge round of applause and thank them for being here.
Hey guys, set them down just a second. But first of all, I want to tell everybody, thank you very much. I know that I've been in Fort Worth for about a week now, and Ben was actually there with us. That came down to watch Monica's son's show, and he was there with us. And I could tell yesterday that he wasn't feeling well, and it hit him. And I don't blame him. If I was as sick as he was, 700 head's a lot. 700 head is a lot if you're healthy. But I was Todd and I were talking in the back. I guess I judged this the very first year you guys did it in Shawnee, and from an outsider's perspective, you don't understand how, the magnitude of this and how much it's grown and what this actually is. And I said this earlier. This set of gilts is absolutely incredible, and kudos to you guys and kudos to you kids. The thing I'll tell you is the hardest part of my job is to have to excuse exhibitors from the ring. I want to make sure I say this every time I judge a show, and I hope some of you kids are still out there. I want you to understand that it's possible for you to be in this setting. I grew up showing. I wasn't very good at it. We had a little bit of success, but not because we knew what we were doing, just because we got lucky a few times. But it is so possible for you to be out here. It breaks my heart to have to look at you in the eye and you exit the ring. And I know that, everything you're going through, you want your pig to do better. You want to do better yourself. But I can promise you, you find the right resource, you continue to work hard. It is absolutely possible for you to be out here. This venue and this setting, the nostalgia of this building, I was trying to explain it to Weston and what this means to me and how big of a deal Duncan, Oklahoma was when I was a kid. It was everything. It's what we look forward to all year, was to come here and look through thousands of baby pigs or whatever was in this building. It was absolutely amazing to see all the breeding stock down the hill and do all those kinds of things. So this is something to me. This state is something I've always respected because of the breeders in this state and how good you guys are at what you do. This last week was a tough week on me. We went to Fort Worth. Bears aside, pigs aside, animals aside. He's had a good run, and it finally hit me that it's over. And I promise you, when you figure that out with your kid, it's tough. And I know we're on our last run of it. And I can promise you, if I could take him back to being 9 years old again, I'd do it in a heartbeat. There's a lot bigger things in this world and in this life than winning a banner. Now, we're all going to hang them up, and we're all going to be dang proud of them. But hug your kid in the back. Tell them they did a good job. Just tell them that you want to continue this process with them, regardless of the outcome today, regardless of how you feel about anything. Being in the truck with your kid, going down this path, feeding these animals, is something that's irreplaceable. And so take that. If I can give you any bit of advice from today, please take that from me. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Once again, thank you very much for having me. I know Ben really wanted to be here, and so I hope I made him heavy enough bone for him. I'll ask him later. But once again, kids, fire them up. Thank you very much. I'll get you a couple grand in reserves.
Your grand champion purebred was exhibited by Lakeland Newcomb of Canute FFA, bred by Goss Livestock. We'll bring in reserve Gentry Tatum.
Well, once again, it's just an awesome set of gilts. I could sit out here all day and talk about them, and you know, it was fun for me to sit up there and just watch the guys just talk about, you know, the pieces that were out here and the pieces that could be injected in this, you know, this third place gilt and this second place gilt. You know, she may not be a show gilt today, but man, we'd love to take her home. And that's what's awesome about our industry as we get it out here and cuss and discuss. And I told you guys that today, you know, there's three-legged sisters to these at home that are going to out-generate and surprise you. I promise you that. And gilts on down the line today that have got as much generating potential as anything in the barn. So remember that and don't give up. I think an awesome set of gilts. I'm going to shake the hand of our reserve, and then we'll go out there and get you a top 5, I believe. And but once again, we'll do our pures. We'll get into our crosses.
And your reserve grand champion was shown by Journey Danner of Altus FFA, bred by TKO Genetics. We'll bring in reserve champion Brock Hammock. Your third overall was shown by Brock Hammock of Perkins Tryon FFA, bred by Heron Genetics. Your fourth overall is shown by Cannon Derrickson of Leedy FFA, bred by Goss Livestock. We'll bring in reserve Jenny Johnson. And your fifth overall purebred gilt was exhibited by Nicholas Armitage of Miller 4-H, bred by Heron Farms. Let's give those exhibitors one more big round of applause. We need all of our breed champions for our purebreds to stay around in the holding pen. We do need to pull DNA. All of our breed champions need to stay in the holding pens. We also need our division champion crossbreds in the holding pen to begin our commercial grand drive. We need our champion crossbred exhibitors, all of our division champions, to the holding pens immediately. We are ready to get started with our commercial grand drive. All of our division champion crossbreds need to be in the holding pens immediately. All right, we are ready to roll into our crossbred grand drive. Your champion light cross was shown by Laney Allen of Canute FFA. Your champion Dark Cross Division 1 was also shown by Laney Allen of Canute. And your Division 2 Dark Cross champion was shown by Violet Humphreys from Moreland FFA. Let's give these exhibitors a big round of applause.
Well, I'll tell you, this is impressive. I can promise you, just let her sit for a second. I can promise you, you go to Expo, you go to OIE, you go to wherever you want. I don't know where you find 3 gilts that look like this. And I know these are going to go somewhere and be extra competitive. But, man, wow. These are so good. And every time each one of these came in the ring, I didn't know if I would see a better one throughout the day. And I just continued to progress and to continue to get excited. So, young ladies, you for showing for a young lady. Congratulations to you guys on an incredible set of pigs. I'll just leave it at that. Y'all fire them up. I'm talking minor differences here. We're going to go pick one, and there's going to be an incredible one that's going to be reserved. That's all I'm going to tell you. Congratulations once again.
And congratulations, your grand champion commercial gilt comes out of Division 2. That's Violet Humphreys of Moreland FFA, bred by Goss Livestock. We'll bring in reserve out of Division 2, Ava Gilcrease.
Well, it took me 14 hours to convince Dad to let me say something really fast, so I figured I would. First of all, I want to say thank y'all. Thank y'all for letting me do this. As the show career's wrapping up, I'm hoping I can get to do more things like this with Dad, especially since one thing's ending. I'm hoping another one can open up. And I'm just going to say something real fast. I know I'm only 17, so you don't have to believe me if you don't want to. But I encourage all of you kids, all of you adults, keep God close in your life, keep God close to your heart, and a lot of things are going to happen in your life that you're never going to expect to happen. You might have to break a knee, you might have to break an arm to get there, but at some point, God's going to take you to the point that you need to be, whether that's in the show industry or outside of it. So I encourage y'all to go fall into that before you fall into anything else, because He's going to show you the path that you need to go. So once again, thank y'all. Like he said, there was minor differences between the Grand and the Reserve. However, the Reserve's still just as good. So thank y'all again.
And your Reserve Grand Champion commercial gilt comes out of Division 1, shown by Laney Allen of Canute FFA, bred by Goss Livestock. We'll bring in Gentry Terrell. Your third overall comes out of Division 2, Ava Gilcrease from Turner FFA, bred by Day Family Show Pigs. We'll bring in Gabby Marsh. Your fourth overall comes out of Division 1, Gentry Terrell from Prague FFA, bred by CNC Show Pigs. That brings in Mouty Elmore. And your 5th overall commercial Gilt was shown by Mouty Elmore from Thackerville, raised by Schubert Show Pigs. Let's give all of our commercial exhibitors one more big round of applause. Just a reminder for tomorrow, commercial Barra cards are due at 8 a.m. Any changes that need to be made to your classes need to be made by 8:30. We will be starting at 9, so we will see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.